Peace, loves. Early Rize Bunk Chronicles. I woke up with that spirit of deepness. The reminder to tap in daily by way of meditation and prayer. I admit, every morning ain't like that. That's just being true. I'm just being real. But those mornings, those risings, I cherish those. I took my time and stretched my body and searched my mind. In the presence of divine, a spirit that you know it when it's there. It's a guidance. I call them my divine guides. Ever present, but I'm not always tapped in. Let's be clear. Oh, but when I am. The divine alignment is life. It's like what I live for. It has led me to the most beautiful spaces in this journey. That divine alignment, my divine guides, have led me to the most beautiful spaces and led me out of the darkest places. Now, since I've made this major transition in my life, from desk job to desk job, although somewhat important work, I guess, it was not fulfilling. I was not satisfied. And I used to pray and ask God, what is this? Is this where I'm supposed to be? Surely not if this is how I feel. If this is how I feel, I began to feel like a caged bird at every desk I sat at. I went, I learned the process, I excelled, and then I got bored. That was a pattern. So the deeper I got into my spirit life, into practicing fasting, practicing journaling, practicing searching my soul with the company of my divine guides, searching my soul. Oh, that's when things got deeper. And that's when I got the, I guess you could say, permission to move out of the space that I was so discontented in and jump into a whole nother space that is showing me more of myself. Let me say that. I was gonna say it's also I'm still not like content, but I'm realizing that is not the purpose here, is to necessarily be content, but to continue to move forward in the journey based on the guidance of divine, whatever you want to call it, God, Jesus, Allah, Jehovah, whatever name you want to refer to it as, that higher power, that presence of divine guidance. My divine guides began to speak to me louder and louder the more I sought their presence. So here I am, in a whole new aspect of life. And I'm ready to share that with more than my small circle, out of my comfort zone. That's the season I'm in. And I definitely have something to share that I know now more than ever is going to be beneficial to a select group of people. I ain't for everybody. That's something I knew before coming into this new aspect of my journey. I ain't for everybody. And my energy is such that I have to be very selective and protective of myself. I almost have to seek permission from my divine guides before allowing other energies to get too close to me. I recently realized, this is kind of sad, but hey, I'm just being true. I'm being true. This is Truu5 STAR, your life driver. Early Rize Bunk Chronicles. A breaker for your divine mind. Not breaker 19. I'm changing that. It is a trucker term, so I'm going to use it. But I'm going to say it's a breaker for your divine mind, okay? So I'm being transparent. Something I realized recently that saddened me a little bit. It seems like a lot of people in my past that I loved, I had to end up protecting myself from them. And when I had that revelation while I was driving, that's one of the most beautiful, peaceful things about driving. Once you get past all the bullshit, because it is some bullshit, let's be clear. There's some bullshit in the mix. But driving down the highway, oh, you get the best, time to really search your mind, And that hit me, and I had to, keep myself from crying. Because you can't be out here crying. That ain't the time to let them tears flow while you pulling this weight in this 53-foot trailer. You know what I'm saying? So when I had that revelation, ooh, that's deep and that's sad. A lot of people I have loved in this lifetime, I've had to end up protecting myself from those very same people. Now that's a new revelation, so that's something that I now have to deal with and search and see my part and, get down to the root of that. Very important whenever you are starting a new aspect of healing. Dig from the root. Go down and find the root of that thing and then start to work your way up from the root to see where that leads you. Very important in healing to start from the root. And that's probably one of the deepest things I have come across with regards to myself. Wow, hey, it's true. It's a reality. Wonder if anybody else feels that way, or if that's your story. I would love to know that. because I am in the business of healing. I am in the I'm interested in the process of healing. I've done a lot of work, a lot of healing work. And I know that it is not one of those things that is like, ooh, finish line, I'm done. No. You do some healing. It feels really wonderful. And it builds some confidence that you can, go through some stages and have some success in your healing process. You learn some things, you get some tools to use as you move forward, and then you realize, oh, there's something else I need to address. And because you've been bold enough and courageous enough to address prior things, when present things come about, you can go ahead and step into it. You can lean into it as opposed to resisting. You can allow. And that's very important. Do more allowing than resisting. That's very important. Anywho, I just want to share. I felt like sharing, and I want to remind those of you that are interested in hearing more from me. I'd love to hear from you. And I do have something to offer. Truckin That AZZ. Abundance of zigs and zags. Through mild states and experiences. Through tears and laughs. Hit me up. Peace.